Welcome to the show. That was Anya Marina. Her album dropped on Friday.
Still
Paper
is
Planes.
Anya.
You should pick it up. What?
Still is Anya Marina.
Well, that song was.
It still is. She's still on.
You're not allowed to say that. Don't you say if you're a professional?
No, not when it's starting.
Well, you're the professional, Sam,
You can
that's
wait
not going to
until
have any other job but radio. So you tell me.
The song.
I'm going to have careers and other things.
I'm good at it. The song plays. And you say that was. It's not like radio. It's just grammar. It's like past tense.
I didn't know you were a grammar Nazi.
That's right.
I didn't know that about
That's
you. Obviously, Sam Roberts is on the show again, much to my chagrin.
Wow.
Rich, you just always come in here and you see Rich isn't here. You like, I'm going to get in on that.
I catch her.
Because Rich will stop you at the door and say, turn the other way.
And I know that you won't.
And then I just let it happen because I get nervous about starting the show. And you sneak in, get on a mic.
Right. And just start talking.
And then I get angry with you, and then the listeners think we have some sexual chemistry.
I mean, there is a sexual
because we're
tension.
arguing. It's
I get it.
They don't think Rich and I have sexual chemistry, and that's all we do.
Yeah, well, it's a different type of arguing. I mean, we don't need to, but it is. It's the teasing and the poking and stuff. It's very sexual in nature.
You look stupid. Rich is trying to call. He just tweeted. He might have heard that.
Oh, no. No.
So this is My Wife Hates Me, usually with Rich Voss and myself, Bonnie McFarlane. But Rich is in Las Vegas the whole week. So, whew, I've got a week off. And we're here with Mark Norman.
Hey.
We're here with John Fish.
Hi there.
And we're here with Andy somebody.
Fiore? Somebody. Hey, let's get the name out there.
Go ahead. Let's get that started.
Rich usually starts it.
Well, usually he starts with plugs. So I guess I could do my plug. I'm going to be in McGuire's, Long Island, Friday and Saturday. That's in Bohemia. Any plugs you guys want to do?
Sure. At Gotham this weekend. Gotham Comedy Club.
Oh, That's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's good.
Comedy Cellar Friday.
We don't do like little individuals.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't just do like Comedy Cellar 9:15. Okay, that's not how we do it here.
I'll be eating at the Creek in the Cave. No, I'm at Laugh Boston all weekend, so please come out to that.
Hometown.
Laugh Boston. That's
Thursday.
a good club.
Yeah, I've never been. I hear it's great.
I went in there and it was an all-women's show that I was headlining.
Ooh.
Because that's all I get. That's all I'm good enough to do.
Yeah.
And so I came in with my backpack on, and I walked into they hadn't sat anyone yet, and I walked in there and I said, "Oh, where's the green room?" And they were like, "Can I help you?" Like they were really upset that I'd walked in. I'm like, I'm an old lady with a backpack. It's an all-female show. Like, put it together. You know what I mean? Like, I go do lots of people just come in. I go up a comedian. Do people just come in looking for the green room?
Right,
Like, is that a common thing?
I'm wearing a blazer.
Jesus. Yes, exactly. I'm sneakers and a blazer.
Right. You know the uniform.
Figure it out.
How was the green room?
The green room was nice. It was two different rooms.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know when you go to some clubs and there's 10 comics in the green room, you're like, what are you doing here? This is for the performer who's on the show.
But I like a lot of people in the green room.
Oh, I'm not into that.
Well, I have a kid, so I need the babysitter.
Aha.
I like the distraction.
I don't mind a lot of people I know, but you go to, Kentucky and it's all the local kids in there and you're like...
But I like that. They've come to see you. What I don't like is when they don't leave the green room to go watch your show. It's like if you're going to be here to see some,
you need your space too,
some New
before
York
the
City
show.
comedy, you should at least watch it.
Personally, I'm more interested in if there's a comedian's bathroom.
You're one
That's
of those.
very important, yeah.
Yeah, you're a shitter.
Yeah, I don't like...
Yeah.
I don't enjoy going bathroom with the public.
With the masses.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Especially as a lady, it's got to be tough.
Oh, you're talking to me? Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Sam, is there anything in the news that we can talk about until Rich calls in?
It's interesting. No, I don't think so. But last week, it was just funny that this is where we're starting, because you really didn't get comfortable last week until Todd Barry started interviewing you.
Then I really knew what I was doing.
Then you were good. I just don't think that you've really
You're such
taken
an
ownership.
asshole. Do you know that?
Over the fact that this is
I've
your
lost
show.
sleep over that a little bit. I've thought about that. I know
Yeah.
what happened last week with
You
Todd
do?
Barry.
What
yes. That I couldn't quite connect, and then he started asking me, and then the show went so well after that.
You mean
And
the Todd Barry show?
I was like, I should do his podcast. I bet it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it, and I always accuse Rich of being so self-centered and unaware, and then I fell right into the trap.
Right, because it's your show. Right? So it's like, you need to take command of this thing. We want to know what's
But I
Bonnie
don't ever
got
have
for
anything
us.
in, like, I don't have anything to talk about. That's why, like,
Well, maybe
Rich
you're
is so
not
great,
cut out
because
for
Rich will
this, then.
always bring something up, and I'll make fun of him a little bit. But I'm not the main, it's my wife hates me. Me being the subject, Rich Voss.
Oh, I see.
So I'm just the
I
hater.
see.
I just sit around, like, it's easy.
Hating is fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
But
Is that the name of your next special?
Hating is fun. Todd Barry, you know that True TV doc thing they're doing at the Cellar? The documentary?
I don't know about
I mean,
they're doing a documentary at the Comedy Cellar, and they're interviewing a bunch of comics. And I had to be interviewed after Todd Barry, and I went down there, and they were just like sweating. It was pulling teeth. They're like, Jesus, thank you for answering questions. We just had Todd Barry down here. He didn't say, we asked him 100 questions. He said 10 words.
Oh, see, it's not just me. It was difficult to interview him when the tables turned.
Have you seen his Comedians in Cars and Coffee? Jerry Seinfeld just like, so. Yeah.
Well, he's writing a book.
Todd?
Yeah, that came up, and
During
so it's going to be a very.
It's called, what else is going on?
I don't feel like talking about me right now.
Are you psyched to have me on? Super secret special guest.
Rich is on the.
I'm the most famous person in this
Hang
room.
on, guys.
Rich is on the blower.
Rich is there.
The blower.
He's probably. He's probably. I can't get the thing. I can't get Lewis.
You're panicking. Is it the wrong mouse?
The mouse won't go from that one to that one.
It's
boy.
a different mouse.
Oh.
This is a 2-hour show?
No? Oh.
Is that mouse working?
Yes.
There it is.
This is why.
Lewis, she was using the wrong mouse. She
Get
didn't
in there, Lou.
Rich.
That's a dial
He's hung up.
Rich ran out of minutes.
Hello?
Oh, thank God, it's Rich.
I love that the dial tone was playing, and you were just like, "Rich, are you there?"
I can't hear it. Oh, for God's sakes.
Lewis, her headphones. You don't know what she's.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off during my show.
What I hear?
Thank you guys for coming in too. This whole thing falls apart when I'm not there, obviously.
It's not falling apart. I mean,
Okay, well, go ahead.
It's a little uneven. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Rich, you're missed.
Do you ever let Todd Barry get the best of you?
It wasn't really Todd didn't get the best of me. It was after the fact. This guy fucking took me down a notch.
He comes in there with his little arrogance. You know, if it was,
I know he thinks he's so great. How does he look in the mirror every day and go, "I'm great"? Like that's what I would like to know.
Well, he has the bottom half of a full length mirror. That's what he looks into. Anyhow, nothing.
But that's like still positive for a dude, right? That's like actually not an insult.
What?
The bottom half of a full length mirror. If you're a dude, you're looking at, oh, good, I'm good to go. That means you got a big dick.
No, stupid. He's so short that he doesn't need the top half of the.
Okay. Well, nobody. I don't think I'm the only one who didn't get that. I think that's pretty much across the board. Was not gotten.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm calling in from.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you got your excuses. You can just listen there on the phone and judge me, but.
Jokes don't travel well through audio.
Now, who's Fish and Norman are there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love talking to Mark Norman about the things that go on the road with him because I'm just living through his stories.
Well, what kind of stories? Like sexual stuff?
Just having good shows. Yeah, what do you think?
Well, having good shows, you could be living through them. That sounded right.
I care if he made it to 45 minutes. I don't give a fuck about that.
How long can you do, Mark, if forced?
48.
48?
A lot of crowd work.
Okay.
I want to hear about some hot blonde waitress that I don't know. I was listening to him on Opie the other morning, Opie and Jim, and I don't know if it was him.
I thought you said you never listened to them.
It's Christian was what do you call it? He was talking about some girl that started crying or something. Oh, what a fucking! That's when panic mode comes in.
Oh, you have no idea.
Crying during sex?
Right after. Right after. And then she got on her phone and called, Ricky, Jimmy, get over here. It was terrifying.
You going back to Boston?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, she was Philly. They blend together.
Oh, and all you're thinking is for like the next week or 2 weeks, when are the police going to knock on my door going, you're under arrest for rape?
Exactly.
How horrifying. Like, and Norton brought up, I told you, here's what you have to do. You have to walk them downstairs to the front desk. You have to ask the person at the front desk, you go, what time you got? So now you have the time. All right? So you make the guy...
Yeah, but she's crying, so that's not a good thing. You don't want the front desk clerk to see that the girl is crying when he's walking around.
At 8:14.
Well, that's not good on the stand.
But that could be a miscarriage or something else,
Your Honor, she had a miscarriage. That's why she was crying. Right after I had sex with her. She birthed the baby.
She's not crying. When they're in a good mood, you just got to go down there and make them all laugh somehow. Do some of your best, hotel lobby material.
Rich has got 48 minutes just on hotel lobby material, Mark, to see the distance you've got to go.
Right. Revolving doors, huh?
1:18 a.m. in the lobby, and you're out by 7. But see, nowadays, with texting, you have, hey, did you have fun? Whatever. All I know is when I heard Mark say the girl started crying, I was scared for Mark, and I barely even like him, and I was scared for him.
Right.
Can you tell it, even though the story was already told, can you give us a version of it now?
Sure. I'll give you the quick version. I was in Philly doing Helium, and the blizzard hit, so I was stuck. All the shows got canceled, so I said, fuck it, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to try to get laid as many times as possible. Just like a fun little challenge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is that wonderful. Last time I was in the blizzard, I took up macrame. But you're doing something different.
I tried to see how much I could eat in the blizzard. Go ahead.
Yeah, so...
What? Does that make sense?
You gotta eat, Rich.
Macrame was fine.
So,
don't try to one-up my jokes, man.
I had sex with a girl Thursday night. She slept over, and then she left Friday morning, and then I met up with...
Crying.
Okay, wait, how are you getting the girls?
Oh,
Is
I'm
it
on
an app?
the dating apps.
Oh.
The apps are, it's fish in a barrel.
So what, you just
It's
invite
pictures
them
of him
over?
and Schumer, so...
It's me on Conan. These are all my profile photos, and I go, come to
so
Helium.
You totally don't try to, downplay
No, I'm going to use
what
it.
you do. Oh, you use it.
Why not? The credits are our cleavage, I always say. And so
Do
then
you always say that?
No. I think it's actually a Neil Brennan line.
Or for me, my cleavage is my cleavage.
Right. Your cleavage is hairy.
Go ahead, Rich.
Aren't you scared though? A girl's gonna look at the picture and go, "I didn't really like the set on Conan."
Well,
don't they?
It's a numbers game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just getting on there is enough, I guess. I don't know if a lot of girls are like, I didn't like that tag.
Yeah. I prefer more edgy style.
Right.
Okay.
I like Bill Hicks. But yeah, so they come to the show. Once they see you at the show, you're the headliner. I don't know. You're a lady. Maybe that gets you going.
I get lots of chicks on the road.
Yeah, I'm
they're
sure.
all over me after the shows.
So,
But this was without the show.
No, this is without the show, but she still saw like, hey, you've been doing stuff. A lot of girls text like, are you a big deal? Stuff like that, and you're like, no, maybe.
Well, how do you humble brag on that one?
You just go, no, I just opened for Schumer. I'm the opener.
Oh,
you what do you call it? A humble brag, downplay it all, and you can send them a few links.
Oh my God! I can't even do that to get work. I mean, you're really gonna send links?
Do you really send links?
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
fuck it, why not?
Holy shit.
But I lay it all out there. I go,
Oh my God!
I just want to sleep with you. Let's just have a fling. It'll be fun. It'll be wild. I'm in the city for the weekend. Like, I don't want any attachments, and I try to spin it into a fun, positive thing.
I'm
positive for
gonna
Hep
fuck you
C.
in the ass, and then you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I don't tell the girls I'm a comic until I'm breaking up with them.
Smart.
No one ever guesses.
Yeah.
No one's ever.
They're like, you weren't funny at all.
Are you an accountant? Okay, so
I hook up with this girl. We meet up at like 4 because there's nothing going on. It's the blizzard. So we go get a drink. We go right back to the hotel. We hook up immediately, and right after I go, all right, I think I'd like to be alone now. Ooh. And it's probably like 5:30 by this point. It's super early, and she's like, "What? We're not going out all night?" And I was like, "I don't even think you like me. Like, why would you want to keep hanging out?" She only wanted to hang out just for her own, moral compass bullshit. Like, I don't think we would have had a good time. We had nothing in common. We didn't. Okay. The conversation wasn't even that good.
So she didn't start crying. You made her cry.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have to make her cry.
I mean,
I was picturing that she just started crying.
Yeah, like she just rode your dick, fell over on the bed, and just started bawling.
No,
that's how you made it sound.
Oh no, I was just like, let's part ways.
Yeah.
And
actually, to be fair, that's how Rich made it sound. He was the one who initially told the story.
I think this could have happened, or maybe, I don't want to say this, it was me, but it could have been me, that I could have been with somebody years ago.
Uh-oh.
And then after we were done, she went in the bathroom and relapsed and started cutting herself again. Like
that was you, and that girl was me. I've only ever worn long sleeve shirts since I've met you.
Hey, hold on.
That can't feel good, though, Rich. To have someone start cutting themselves after they have sex with you? I just want to feel something.
What am I going to do, Here, I just called this guy. I promised I would do this for him. He emailed me. They're having a benefit in Hillsborough on February 13th.
Is this part of the story?
No, this is just, I'm giving this guy a plug because we're trying to raise money. This guy passed away and left his wife and kids with no money, so they're doing this fundraiser
what a dick.
in Hillsborough. I know. February 13th, it's at the Manville-Hillsborough Elks in Hillsborough. $20. So if you're in that area on the 13th, go to this guy's fundraiser. I don't know his name. You can get tickets at the door or online at the Hillsborough Elks. Anyhow, I wanted to throw that in. Listen.
Thanks for calling.
Whoa, let me say, you're just going to hang up on me that quick?
When people start saying shit about fundraisers in Hillsborough, New Jersey.
It's for some guy and his family. What am I going to do? I said, I
for some guy.
I don't care.
I think she's lucky. I don't know why I see it that way.
Hurry up, Todd's on the other line.
Todd wants to ask me a couple of follow-up questions.
Todd probably still has a home phone. You gotta.
Ooh, burn! Burn!
That's not current technology.
Still got a cord, Todd.
Listen, Bonnie, thank you for holding this together while I'm out, in this fucking horrible Las Vegas.
Oh, it's terrible for you, I bet.
Super Bowl week. This is depressing. The club is great. It's fun, but the rest of the day it's too cold to play golf. It's fucking freezing.
It was 60
it's
here
Super Bowl,
yesterday.
and I don't even know who's playing or anything. It's weird.
Are you
going to gamble?
No.
Are you going to bet on the game?
I don't know. It's too close. I can't pick. I have no idea who to win this.
Tell me who the two teams are, and I'll tell you who's going to win and by what margin. Is that how you say it?
Here's the deal, and here's why. North Carolina and
somebody's getting 32. That's what's come to me so far.
No, North Carolina.
Is that a normal score?
I want North Carolina to win so bad because
then they won't. Then they're not going to win. It's the other team.
Because they won't use me at the Comedy Works in Denver again, so I want them to be miserable. I don't want all the fans. I just want that area of Denver, like that one club, all to be miserable. But I think Denver, I don't know, they have such a good defense. Why am I talking sports with you?
What happened at the Comedy Works? Why'd they ban you?
Because I did too much crowd work on Halloween weekend when they were all in costumes.
Oh, man.
I probably didn't do good.
That's the excuse they give. But, it's just they just didn't like him.
Yeah.
It's a woman who runs the place. Anytime there's a woman in charge of anything, they just hate Rich. It's just a thing. My sister runs a big charity event every year, and Rich and I went down and did it, and she didn't like him. Like, it's, although that one I loved watching that interaction go down.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But there's something about, because you know why? You don't use enough words when you're talking to women, I think. You know what I mean? You've got to be a little more like, oh, well, that's a good idea, but how about this? Or he just goes, no, or whatever.
Right. Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You actually are a feminist. You treat them exactly the way you treat men, and they don't like it.
They don't like it. No, I mean...
He calls them fags.
He said, suck my dick, the way he does to the men.
And I keep getting emails from Denver. When you come back to Denver, I don't know when I...
That's just one guy who keeps emailing you. Come on.
But no, he got 2 other friends to email.
Oh, okay. So there's up to 3.
I don't know. This is a mission now. I'm going back to Denver one way or another.
One way
or
another.
One way or another.
Yeah, aren't there other... There's other clubs there.
There's other clubs.
Are there?
Yeah.
This is what John Fish is telling me right now. Just in. Other clubs in Denver.
Okay. And John Fish, I was listening again to him on Sirius. He is fucking fun. I'm not saying Mark's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
You're good at sex stories, but when it comes to comedy, this kid.
John Fish is fucking funny, man. His material.
Thanks, buddy.
Is really fucking. I heard him twice on Sirius, and it was. I'm like really, because you would think that this guy who's just funny, who can get he's
here it comes. He's got to build you up to tear you down.
No, what I'm saying is very funny stuff. And same with Mark, obviously. Everybody knows that.
Thanks, dude.
Nobody knows John.
There it is.
I love Fish. Fish is hilarious. Great album, by the way.
Thanks, buddy.
What's the name of your album?
He has friends.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Couple.
Oh, I'm jealous.
All right. Well, listen, John, very funny. Mark, thank you.
Thanks,
Great
dude.
sex stories. Bonnie, whatever.
I miss you, doll.
Yeah. We did FaceTime today. That was cool. We should do that thing. It's pretty cool, that whole FaceTime thing. Anyhow, I like that thing. You could just fucking look at.
Did you jerk off FaceTiming, or was it just a FaceTime call?
No.
I don't like the way Sam looked into Bonnie's eyes when he asked that question.
Yeah.
I'm not
just a regular.
I told you we don't do it anymore. I'm telling you the truth.
Whatever you say. You told me.
You know what would be good? You could catch, if you think your spouse is fucking around, you can go on FaceTime and go, you can make them walk the whole house with a face, basically walking around.
Is that why you made me walk around today?
No, you
see if Sam was in there.
I'm small. I can fit into corners.
Jenny's listening. Say hi to Jenny. And listen, I got to run. Go to this guy's fundraiser, February 13th in Goldsboro. I don't know who he is, but I said I'd plug it, so fuck it. I did it. And I'm going back to writing some jokes right now. Folks, I'm out.
Is it February 2nd?
Yes.
Oh, okay, he does it every year on February 2nd. He writes his jokes. Thank you, Rich. All right, sorry, folks. Back to the show. Well, we got through that, so that's good. But I want to hear more sex stories on the road. I've never really had any. I've never had sex. I mean, the one time I was but this was like a weird situation. It was a hostel, and then it was a guy who was Italian, and he couldn't speak English very well. And then he went down on me in the bathroom of the hostel. But that's the only real,
that's pretty hot.
Audience person that I ever had.
Why were you at the hostel? That's where they put you
This was
up?
like a year and a half ago. And, this was, they used to have a show in Los Angeles at the...
Oh, okay. So you weren't staying there? You weren't on the road there.
No. I think Jim Gaffigan was on that show.
That makes it even odder. You weren't even staying at the hostel.
Oh, no. And the guy couldn't speak English, but I swear, I think he thought it was funny. The way that he was talking to me, I could tell. But yeah, so I just kind of pointed, and he was like,
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
I guess.
Yes,
we can do this.
He didn't point back to himself?
I never
like now
had
you
to.
reciprocate?
No.
Wow.
Someone came in, too, while it was happening, and we just kept doing it.
Really?
They were like, excuse me.
Gaffigan is a swinger.
Did he just wrap up after he was finished going down to you? That seems like an Italian guy thing to do. Just like,
he was really nice, gentlemanly, and...
Sounds like it.
That was that.
Wow.
That was that.
Good for you.
And then I left. And
Give him a CD or anything?
I've never made a CD.
Oh, that's right.
Probably went back to Italy. I made oral love to this non-famous comedian.
He probably didn't know I was a comedian. He's like, people kept getting up and doing things.
I think she was a senator. She gave a speech.
Yes,
no one
I gave
laughed.
some speech, yes. It was John, you got any good...
God. I mean, yeah.
Lay it on me. You seem upset already.
No,
You're angry about it.
Me and Joe, your buddy Joe.
Oh,
well, my buddy too.
This is a great story.
Yeah, but I'm actually going back there.
Ooh, mentally?
Joe List and I had a road gig, and we brought Jason Cantor, your guy's favorite here, and
The Dark Cloud.
Well, Rich and him get along now.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's still, like, that's what happens. You know, Rich has some fight with somebody. I make my decision. I stick by my husband, and then he makes up with them, and then I feel loyal still somehow.
I mean, it was a crazy night, too, with the show. There was an old guy who would come on stage and try to take the mic and tell street jokes. And that guy, after the show, then hit on Joe. Really creepily, like, I want your cum.
Whoa.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Wait, what?
And then he died recently. That was part of the pitch for me to come back. They're like, that guy's dead.
They're doing a fundraiser for him in Hillsborough.
Thank you, Auntie.
Andy.
But it's like in one of those towns where like everybody comes and so they all want to take you out. And so we were getting a ride from this girl.
See, this is something I would never do.
Right.
Right then, there. I just go back to my room. I can't go out. I'm scared I'm going to die.
I don't leave home base anymore.
Yeah.
This was like 7 or 8 years ago. And, so yeah, we get into a car with this girl who apparently her boyfriend just cheated on her by having a threesome. And so she was like, that's what I want to do. And so we're about to go into this bar.
Big gal.
But wait, what kind of threesome?
I don't know what...
MMF? Oh.
Him and Joe.
Okay.
No. Lingo.
It was me and Cantor in the
I've
car
read
at this
the
point.
back of the-
Joe was out drinking. That's how long ago. Joe was still drinking. And and so somehow we got her to show us her boobs in the car.
And that was how you're going to decide?
Decide what?
Like which side you guys...
No, I don't know.
Who takes lefty?
I don't know how that happened, but I just remember it going like this, like, can we see your boobs? And she was like, only if you both suck on them at the same time.
This is great.
Yeah. So then we went into the bar to have a drink.
Wait, I can't believe you're like, somehow we got her to show her.
Well, I don't remember like what
we were doing. Can I just 1 second? 866-969-1969 if you want to call in and comment on some of these stories. 866-969-1969. Okay, go
and
ahead.
I don't really drink
go.
that much, so I was like, I'm going to need a drink if I'm going to do this. So I had a drink in there, and Cantor was really drunk, and I was like, he was like trying to order shots
there's
and
three
stuff.
guys and one girl?
No, Joe wasn't with us. He was out drinking with other people.
Cantor. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was just me.
He's getting raped by that guy.
Pretty much.
Who ends up dying of AIDS.
Pretty much.
This story is
Well,
crazy.
the whole thing was that, like, at that time, I was the headliner, and they gave me a suite.
Ooh.
But for some reason, Joe got there earlier, and he took it, and I was just like, you guys...
Oh, my God. You
by
didn't
accident.
fight for it?
No, him and
He didn't walk into the suite and go, well, look what they're giving the openers.
He probably thought we all got that. So he...
What a
but they had,
fucking
like, brought a
dick.
bottle of Jack, and they were going to have a great night, and I was like, you guys enjoy it. But they had, for some reason... Okay, so we'll backtrack. We'll get back to that. But anyways, so we go into the bar, and then he's really drunk. He's trying to drink more, and I'm like, we got to not do
Cantor.
that. Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
don't do that. Like, we got to do that. He's like, all right. And so we get back there, and we just kind of tag teamed her. Like, we got into the suite because my CDs, for some reason, were on the table.
I have a lot of
Yeah.
questions.
So we told the guy at the desk that we didn't have the keys to the room.
Right.
To please open the suite, and he was
He
like,
could see your face
and
on
then he
the-
saw my face on
Okay.
the CDs and so we got in, and so the whole
God.
thing was Joe was like, you guys are doing this in my room, and I'm like, my room?
And so O.J. Simpson trying to get your swag back. Okay, so
Yeah.
when you're tag teaming
Yes.
a gal
Yeah.
with another fella,
Yeah.
like, does it get weird
I'm
with
very
the like
uncomfortable.
nudity and stuff?
I don't know. Like, I don't think so. At one point, he was fucking her, and I was getting
And also,
head.
you're watching your buddy.
Yeah, he
like
did-
you know his style now. You're like, oh, I don't do that.
I saw him come.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where'd he shoot it?
I think in a condom.
I'll ask the follow-up.
Yeah. I saw the the
where
face
in her
stuff.
face.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I saw his face. Like
I figured the same thing, that there was ejaculate present. Yeah.
So you guys were raw dogging.
No, I think he was in a condom.
But not you.
But you saw him orgasm.
Oh, you saw an orgasm
I was still getting
face.
head. Yes, an orgasm
I see,
face.
not
Yes.
the actual juice.
Yeah. And we high-tenned at one point.
Oh, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, my God.
Yep. While you were in the front and he was...
Yeah.
So he
you
went
did Eiffel
first?
Tower.
Yeah. And then,
was that disappointing or is it fine? Is there something that... It's like getting the top bunk. Is that better or worse? I don't know.
that didn't really bother me because there were condoms involved.
Right.
And then I wasn't going to be able to come in front of him, so we went into my other room. And we finished in there.
Great.
That's kind of a classy thing to do. Like, why don't we take this a little more private?
Yeah, but I imagine he's already inside her when they have to walk. I don't know why I'm imagining it like that. I mean,
But that's a great How I Met My Wife.
I know.
Yeah.
She was the best because, like, the next week I went to, like, that Great American Comedy Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the internet wasn't working, and she was, like, texting me dirty stuff so I could jerk off. It was great.
What a sweet
isn't
gal.
that-
Yeah, she was really
Isn't that
sweet.
wonderful? Did you feel like you had to include Cantor on that text? You had to make it a group text?
No.
I mean, this is how it started. I feel
Now
like.
I'm uncomfortable telling that story, and even then, like, she had said a couple times, like, I know we're doing this thing tonight, but can we be friends after, like, Facebook friends and stuff? And, like, I just have that vibe
That's a
that
real,
I'm not
that's a
gonna-
real turnoff
Yeah.
for you, huh, Mark?
Yeah. If you're friends, let it happen naturally. I hate the whole, like, forced friendship.
Or if somebody comes up to you and goes, "You don't like me, do you?"
Ooh, that's the worst.
It's like,
Did she feel better about her boyfriend cheating on her?
Yeah, I think she was. I think that really
knocked
helped
it out of her,
Yeah,
huh?
I think
Good
that
for
really
you.
helped her. That's all I really wanted to do.
Right, just make her feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that bad taste out of her mouth with your dick.
Are you Facebook friends?
you're like a doctor.
Not anymore.
No, you're not.
She kept trying to have me come back to her town to do more stuff, and I was like, I'm not making a special trip for
Comedy
this.
stuff
Yeah.
or sex stuff?
Sex stuff. Yeah.
She set up a microphone in her bedroom.
We have Greg from DC on the line. He wants to ask you a couple questions, John. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is this your
exactly
sister, first of all?
sure.
Yes.
It's her ex.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not exactly sure how many you'll want me to ask, but the first and most important question is, what part of fucking is so boring that you needed to involve another man?
Oh, what a stupid question.
If I can answer for him,
this a
that
gay
was
thing?
the deal with the lady.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
He didn't need another
you know,
man.
as they always say, deal or no deal.
Oh, so you would no deal on that one. For you,
Well,
that's a deal breaker.
There are at least 3 billion other women on the planet. Chances are one of them might have fucked him without another dude.
Do you
This
know
man
what he?
seems
Where's your
do you
boring.
sense
know
of
him?
adventure?
This guy sucks.
I'm not sure.
They weren't all at this show.
Don't you want a good story? That's what comes out of that.
I mean, it
That's
seems
not
like
a
it was
good
fun,
story.
and there was
no. Holding another man's hand while fucking is not. A good
that's
story.
not
It's
what
a
was
fucking high
going
five,
on.
and they're bros. It's different.
You were just standing off to the side whistling. Isn't that fair?
I don't. No, we were friends. It was a friendship moment.
Was she blowing you while he was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then they high fived.
Yeah.
Also known as the
I didn't know.
known as the rotisserie.
Right.
So this is just garden variety
I was
homophobia, is what I'm getting.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to do that. I just feel like that's like. I mean, I've said it before. It's like a working vacation. You know what I mean? You just
Right.
want to have one, like the enjoyable thing going. You don't want to also be doing a job at the same time.
Right.
I think some girls are really trying to escape reality.
Well, she just got cheated on.
How
too.
you just summed up all your sexual conquests. I guess.
That's what's in his Tinder profile.
Yeah.
Are you
Is
looking
that
to
you?
escape reality?
Want to get out of the real world?
Want to see some uncut videos of the Amy Schumer show? I got them. Back at the
Thank
hotel
you,
room.
Greg. Anything else that you want to ask, or is that good?
Well, I did, yeah. If you don't mind. The other one was, if you're already having sex with another dude present, and all you're doing is plugging a hole, why did it have to be a girl?
This guy sucks.
Yeah, there's-
He's a
I mean,
fucking worse.
these
They're all over the
are-
map.
I would have rather this was the girl's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this guy's-
Thanks, Greg. But you know,
Okay.
go back to your fetish. We have another call.
His third
Hang
question
on.
was-
Jeff from New Jersey. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, there's a long-standing internet joke basically saying that it's only gay if balls touch. You can do whatever you want if balls don't touch.
Thanks, buddy.
But dicks can touch.
As long as balls don't touch, it's not gay.
Like you could put a dick halfway in, I think, right? Then a guy's.
I thank you for that, but also we only high tend, but I do think also if we held hands, that would also be gay.
Or if you were like looking through your handbag for lipstick while you the other guy. I think that's also a little.
Yeah, even if you suck his dick, while wearing a flower headband.
Wow. That's cool. We just went from, that was just, we couldn't have had two opposite callers.
Right.
Yes.
But balls.
This guy's super open.
Balls touching is actually very difficult. Like, we have to scissor
so that's
almost.
why it's a rule, because you can pretty much do anything, I guess.
If you go to that effort.
Double penetration.
Oh, the anal and the veg.
Oh, but I thought the balls touching any part of you.
No,
that's what I thought you meant. Oh, you mean balls touching balls?
I was picturing two sacks hitting.
I got it. I'm sorry, but just because I'm like, I'm really anal on this stuff. Is it balls touching just skin or other balls?
Balls touching balls.
Balls touching
That's
balls.
What I thought. All right, that's not easy.
That seemed obvious to me.
When you're double penetrating, my girlfriend and I are bisexual, so when you're double penetrating a girl,
thank you, sir.
Not bisexual. Open relationship. She's bisexual. We have an open relationship.
Okay, so you didn't know what you were for a minute.
Now.
Yeah, my bad. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
They fuck drifters.
If you're fucking
my girlfriend's my sister. No, did I say that out loud? No, that's not true. Go ahead.
If you're fucking a girl in the ass and some other guy's in her vagina, you guys are going to feel each other on the inside.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. That's a red flag for a lady, though, if she's allowing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you draw the line?
I think that's like, well, this gal's got some troubles.
I don't mind the two opposite holes being filled at the same time.
That's not a great selling point for double penetration. What? You're going to feel the other guy.
Are you, though? I don't know if that's true.
Hey, man, some guys like that,
But is that true medically?
Well, the holes are, an inch apart?
I know, but I don't know what the inside.
An inch is an inch is an inch.
No, it's less than
Ask any lady.
I've said that before.
The wall between the two are like a couple of millimeters, like 5 millimeters. I mean, it's not that big, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
So, I don't know. But
we could keep switching. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Not last question, but I just want to say this before you guys hang up on me. Bonnie, I heard your Midwestern accent. You should go in Fargo. That show is fucking kind of funny.
Did you ever think about that?
Well, they've asked me so many times, and I said, when I kind of do this radio show and stuff, and I like to only do that accent.
She's balls deep in radio.
Yeah, my balls touch.
Beneath you, I get it. You're triggered for that. Definitely.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
I appreciate
your fucking name.
Thanks, Jeff.
Sorry. Nick, I'm coming to you, Nick.
Well, it's like Larry King.
Nick is from Denver. Would you go see Rich Voss if he came to Denver?
Yeah, I actually wanted to say that. I would go see Rich.
Okay.
Are there more than one comedy club there, right?
Yeah, there's at least two that I know of.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Sam, you're not going to nail him on his grammar?
Yeah, I did. I saw it. I heard it. I heard it.
You only come down on the host?
Are there?
That's right.
I should have said, is there?
Bonnie, I have expectations from you.
Also, he's a Jew, so the Nazi thing gets a little dicey.
Yeah.
I have expectations from you is all. I expect perfection.
You expect great things.
Great things.
Yes. Well, sorry. Nick, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I wanted to talk about the whole threesome thing. I think the rotisserie, I don't think there's anything gay about that. That's kind of fun.
I don't see how that's gay.
I'm not a very handsome man, and that was a good way for me to get a few really good-looking girls with some of my buddies, because they're more prone to do it when there's two dicks involved.
So you're gay. You're using a hot guy as bait to get laid.
That's actually, it doesn't seem gay at all. That seems
practical?
Seems smart. Yeah, that seems like not everybody has their Conan shot to get the ladies.
Some guys hang out with their friends and just get their spill off, but you stay in the game.
But how do you get your buddy to, he could have it all on his own?
Exactly. That's a good friend to let your
gay.
ugly ass.
He's good looking. Yeah. Strike one.
I think the airtight thing, though, that's probably a little gay because your dicks are touching.
Airtight?
When you stuff all three holes. You ever heard of airtight?
I've never heard of that.
There's a third member now.
Eagle, too. Have you heard of the Screaming Eagle?
Lay it on me.
No, what's that?
The Screaming Eagle's where you get her airtight and then she's got a dick in each hand, so she's like, ah!
Oh, I think Schumer stole that joke from you.
Oh, not again. The media's going to be all over this. All right, thanks, man.
From Ralph Garman. Thanks, guys.
Wait. So, ass, vagina,
you need 3
mouth,
guys.
and hands.
And hands. 5 guys.
Screaming eagle. Hands.
5 dicks.
Wow.
2 butt, vagina, mouth. That's 3. 2 plus 3.
Yeah.
Do it with me, guys.
If Rich was here, that could be a great
How many
name for a
dicks is
podcast.
that?
5 dicks.
5
dicks.
5 dicks.
It's a lot of
5 dicks.
dong.
We need one more person if we want to do this.
Lewis,
Get in here.
No, not
Lewis in here.
I'm intimidated.
He's got to go in my ass. That's the biggest problem.
God, I hope my parents are listening.
My vagina's tiny, but my asshole's huge.
Congrats, Lewis.
Okay, this guy, I want to get off the sexual thing, but we might as well just do it to the break. I mean,
right.
I don't know. Rich from wherever that is.
Georgia. Hey,
Thank you.
we had a girl that would come over to our apartment, and she was the fluffer, the sucker. She did it all. And anyway, one night, one of our buddies got a little too drunk, and this was after about 6 of us had already gone.
What do you mean? 6 of you already fucked her?
Had already fucked her.
Andy, don't shake your head like that. Like I'm not following some of this. It's over my head.
It's even implied to me.
Yeah. Well,
my story's so tame now by comparison.
He couldn't get it up, and he went down on her after we'd all flown a load in her.
Ooh.
And anyway, being from the South here, one of the guys was black, and his nickname was Pole, so his new nickname became Beanpole because he basically said he sucked the black dude's dick for them eating it right after she'd been in it.
Okay, I mean, I think maybe we should
snowball.
I don't know how.
I need a shower.
This is like when you do a set and the people come up to you after and they're like, I got a joke for you.
Right.
This is out of my league, fellas.
Woo, bean pole.
Okay. Let's talk about
Iowa caucus.
I'm going to be at McGuire's Long Island Friday and Saturday.
It's a good room.
You like that?
Yeah, it's a fun room.
I've done it. It's all right.
Yeah.
I have to take my kid everywhere, so that slows down the sexual shit.
Yeah.
Did you kind of start a lot in Long Island though, or did you do a lot in Long Island?
I've never really been a big road comic. I've never done it that much, and I still don't. I blame it on my kid, but I really don't like it that much.
It's a lot.
I sometimes think I don't like comedy in general, like doing stand-up. Like, I always am satisfied when it's done. Like, I'm always like, phew, that's over.
Got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like going back to the room and watching TV. Like, that's always like, if this could be my job.
Yeah.
How amazing.
When a show gets canceled, that is the best. You're like, because I came out to do it. I did my part.
Yes.
Now it's canceled.
Yes. But then you can just sit in your room and
Bumble.
make women cry.
Yes. That's what I do.
How did that turn out?
Actually, it was all right. She eventually almost threw something. She threw makeup at me.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I was like, I don't get why I'm the bad guy. And we're fighting. And then she just.
Oh my God. You guys had a full 10-year relationship in a half hour.
Yeah. It was like a bad play in there, going at it. And then she eventually slammed the door and left. And I went out with a different girl after. And then
like an hour later?
Yeah, she was like...
She got her dinner.
Yeah, well, I had a girl waiting in the lobby,
You're booking them that close together?
Well, I didn't think the other one would hang out so long.
Oh my God, that's good. So the whole time you're fighting, you're like...
I'm getting texts like, hello, I'm waiting at the hotel bar. And I'm like, give me a minute.
Her name wasn't Bean, was it? That would have been awkward.
But I remember going down to the hotel bar and looking out the elevator to see if old cuckoo cry was still there, and she was gone.
And
Yeah,
what
but
about
you
the
gave her the
buddies
full
that she called?
disclosure.
I told her. I said I laid it all out in the line.
But what about the
with you,
buddies that she called?
They, they were
didn't show
drunk.
up?
It all worked out.
Okay.
But she actually texted me 2 days later, sorry about that, I overreacted, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, as long as we're cool.
I had my period. I'm sorry.
Well, she can't use that one.
Okay.
But
you would have known.
Yeah.
You would have noticed.
I think so.
Are you against that?
No, not at all.
I don't know why I'm asking these questions. I don't know what questions to ask.
You're doing great. Anyone else?
Do you like having sex with the girls on her period?
I'm down. I'm done. It's not preferred, but yeah, whatever.
But you won't go down, right?
Oh. If it was a girlfriend, yeah, why not?
Really?
I just stay on the top deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Fair. It's not like it's shooting at you.
When's the last time you had a girlfriend?
I dated a girl for 11 years.
What?
That's kind of why I'm jumping into this, labia pool.
Yeah, you lived with a girl.
What did she do?
High school sweetheart.
Oh, wow.
She now
tries.
Okay, so you were dating a girl and then you decided you were going to do stand-up, or you were a stand-up?
I was a stand-up for years with her, and then...
No, but I mean, you decided after she knew you when you were like, I think I want to do this.
Yes.
Oh, I find that so fascinating.
Yeah.
That you, how do you explain to your girlfriend that you're like, well, I gotta go and do, I'm not actually getting on, but I have to go hang out.
Yes.
Or if I gotta go do this gig, I'm not getting any money. I mean, it's like weird. Some people have married when they decide.
I know.
But she was supportive. She did your website and stuff, right?
Yeah, she hated going to shows, which I loved. I didn't want her coming to shows. I was so bad. Even thinking about her being at those early shows, I was so terrible that it kills me. I get so cringy. But she was supportive and cool, and I was a terrible comic just trying to work my way up. And I'd be like, I didn't get on at this mic, and I'd be at home bitching, and she'd be like, you'll get up next time. She was great, but it was definitely embarrassing. It was humiliating.
And then, and did you have a day job also?
Oh yeah, the whole time. I moved furniture. I was a busboy. All that shit.
And what did she do?
Nah, graphic designer. She does websites and all that.
So she had a real career path going.
Yeah.
Was she did she ever try to get you to quit?
No, she knew.
Wow.
I mean, I moved to New York for it.
And she moved with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
We were both poor. She was a freelance, whatever. She couldn't get a real job. So she was making comics websites for $60. It was crazy.
Wow.
Crazy times.
And you had roommates?
No, just us.
Just you two.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
It was kind of romantic.
Sounds so romantic.
Yeah. If we got to eat
and then
out,
what?
it was a big
After
deal.
you got Conan, you dumped her?
Sure, eventually. Not right the day of. I didn't walk off Conan and go, we're done. And I high-fived Conan.
I have something to put on my Tinder account. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if Tinder was around then. I guess it was, yeah, but I don't know. I just started being on the road every weekend, and then I was with Schumer every weekend, and it just got I was out every night doing shows, and I got into the cellar, so I'm hanging at the cellar till 4 a.m. So eventually it just fizzled.
Yeah. Did she, because guys never want to break up, so they always just are dicks until the girl's finally hey.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
I totally did that. I was so spineless, but eventually I pulled the plug.
Right.
Yeah, but I did it over the phone. It was bad.
Oh, God, Mark.
We talked for 5 hours. It was a 5-hour phone.
Where were you?
I was in L.A. in a hotel.
Oh, God. And you're like, can you be out by the time I get back?
He was meeting the girl.
I mean, it was rough times.
He's like, are we for real broken up because I have someone waiting in the lobby? I need to know.
Why are you crying? Why does this always happen to me?
This is, very familiar. Wow, that's painful.
It was brutal. I mean, I was heartbroken for 2 years, but I just
and did you see her after that, or that was it?
Yeah, we were cool. I wanted out so bad that I just gave her the apartment. I paid the rent for a year out of guilt, and we were like coworkers. She'd be like, "You have mail," so we worked it out, but it was ugly.
Why didn't you do it face to face? You just couldn't.
I couldn't do it. I tried once. I got caught cheating. I mean, it was a whole.
Oh my God.
It was a whole mess. Yeah. I tried once and she kind of wouldn't let me. It was one of those things.
Right.
So on the phone, it had to be done because I could just be like, no, we're done. And then hang up. And then she would call back. I'd be like, it's over. Oh, it was rough.
Whew. And so you haven't had an actual girlfriend since?
No. Too scared. I mean, my whole 20s gone, college gone, all girlfriends. So I'm just trying to, live, and I'm so busy now. So
you don't want to, you're.
Not really. I mean, I feel like if your life is one way, and if a girlfriend is going to make it even a little worse, what's the point?
Right. Yeah. No, they're not supposed to make it worse.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
That's what I tell Rich all the time. You're not supposed to be making my life worse.
So I figured, you brought a girl to that wedding, though. Was that close?
Yeah, that was after the wedding. I was like, we got to stop.
Okay.
How many dates was that?
That was probably 5 dates and
But
then
you
a
brought
wedding.
her to a wedding. I mean, do you know what's going through her head?
I know, and she had one leg.
What?
Did you know that?
Yeah. I found out that night.
Wait, how did you find out?
When I had sex with her.
That's when she told you?
That's when I saw it.
Like you were like, she's got a little limp. It's fine.
Yeah, she had a limp, and she always wore pants or a dress that like hit the floor.
Those are called maxis.
Oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. Boy, that's an unfortunate name.
It's a maxi dress.
I'm really bleeding a lot. I'm wearing a maxi dress. I'm spotting. The whole dress is a pad.
That's funny. I've never made that connection before.
Really?
Yeah. There's a
weird.
mini skirt and a maxi dress.
Now at the context. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these are tampon shorts.
I'm never gonna. That's so funny that how did I miss that? But
and I hear maxi, I go right to
yeah. You
menstruation.
love blood.
I'm a shark. I can smell it. But yeah, so we had sex one night, and like right before she's got undressed, she was like, I should let you know I...
Oh my God, okay, wait, you've got to back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this the first date, or you've had a couple of dates
We
at
had
this
sex
point?
the first... I met her at a show, and we went back to her place, and that was it.
Okay.
She had a wooden leg.
Okay,
No,
so she didn't
prosthetic.
really...
Prosthetic, okay.
So to be fair, she didn't really have a chance to tell you beforehand.
No, because we were at a bar.
What are you going to do? Just be like... Hi, nice to meet you. I'm gonna order.
Oh, you slept with her the first night?
Yeah.
Oh, you found out the first night?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
I thought it was 5 dates ahead at the wedding.
But Jesus, she must have been. You could just probably do positions you never dreamed of.
You got that right.
Is it a little like okay? Take me through it a little bit because.
Well, the problem is right when she, we're laying in bed making out, we're both
How
clothed.
did she lose her leg? Did that ever
Jet
come
ski.
up? Oh God!
Yeah, just like T-boned her and snipped it.
When she was a preteen.
14.
Oh God!
Jesus. Yeah, and I think she comes from a wealthy family, but. This is going to sound terrible, but she's like a hot chick, big boobs, good body, but like, I think the leg missing makes her like level, like she's normal and cool and interesting.
Oh, it gave her a little bit of reality.
Exactly.
Oh,
like
she's not as snotty.
Down
If she had both legs, she'd be on her phone all the time being like, I'll be right with you.
Exactly.
But losing that leg was the best thing that ever happened to her personality.
No, it's the best thing that ever happened to Norman.
Yeah. But you get to date this knockout who's actually cool as shit,
And yeah, nobody knows.
And nobody knows.
Right? You can keep that a secret till you break up with her.
running around the wedding
secret?
going, she's got one leg.
No, were you?
Well, after a couple of
Are you
vodkas.
kidding me? You can't keep that a secret.
God.
And a lot of funny names. They're like, you got to call her
Did
Peg.
you fuck her with her own leg?
There's too many jokes.
It was too wide. Somebody had a great name
Was she
for
wearing her high heel foot or...
Oh,
They do have different legs for different things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I learned that from the housewives. There was a housewife of New York that had one leg, and I learned a lot from that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll try
So they
to
have a
fuck her.
high heel. They have you can get a mani-pedi on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is when we're laying there making out, she's like, I should let you know I have one leg. And as a comedian, you're just like, what? I get so many questions. I think
That's
most
not
guys...
just a comedian. That has got to be any dude.
Oh, I guess you're right, yeah. But, you're worked up, and I could have just been like, okay, fine.
But did you knock it? Like, I would have immediately went, knock, knock. Like,
I did everything.
see.
I knocked it. I swung it like a bat. I did like a golf swing with it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then she what? She just, I have to say this, one time I had a party at my house. I was really young, maybe like 19 or something. And there was a guy there, who had fallen asleep on the couch and he had taken his leg off and set it there and I kept saying, people were leaving, everyone was leaving. I was like, you've got to take your friend with you, and nobody knew who he was. So I had to be like,
You had to fuck him.
I said, I'm going to fuck you and then you're going to go. No, I said, you have to get your leg on and leave. So I do have a little bit of experience with the one-legged.
Well, at one point, because it was attached like kind of a little above the knee, and at one point we were banging. She was on her back and her legs were on my shoulders, and it came off. So I walked backwards, and the leg was still there.
Oh.
And she was like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you blah 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 blah. It's just so embarrassing." And I just, Mark's
like this.
Yeah.
But now, so then you just fucked her without the leg.
Yeah, but I made jokes out of it. I did a golf swing. I did a lot of
isn't that
you
nice?
Can't have it back, And she hopped to the bathroom. At one point, I went, "Arr."
Who lost their umbrella holder? I'm just kidding around.
Is this a lamp? A lot of that. So yeah, I made jokes about it, so she didn't feel like a mutant. And I think,
oh God, isn't that wonderful? What a guy!
But no, yeah, she was a great gal.
Hey, look, you're a monster. I'm just kidding around, trying to make you feel better.
You're like, you were a 10, but now you're a 5. That's what I'm saying to you.
She was actually, if I'm correct, an 8.5, and then when you found out that the leg made her really a 10.
I agree.
Right?
The leg missing was an up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was cool.
And if you could only find, is that on your Tinder profile? Looking for a lady with one leg?
No, I should put that in, but it's so specific.
Yes. I bet they're out there.
Yeah, but she was really clingy. And that's the thing, commitment is more scary than the missing limb.
Right. So, well, you don't want to necessarily have babies with one leg and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, it wouldn't be...
well, no, because it would happen after.
Yeah, it happened after, so it wasn't...
You're in the clear.
I'm joking.
Sorry.
Couple other
no, I think if you have one leg, you're going to... Oh, brother.
But yeah,
all right, let's go to break. Was that the end of the story?
Yeah.
How did you break up with her, actually?
Well, we just casually having sex, so it just kind of, dissipated.
You just ghosted.
Yeah.
You ghosted out. Just like her leg.
Yeah, I told
just
her.
like the phantom feelings in her leg.
Big fan of this show, so she's listening.
Yeah, oh God, I hope not. She's probably hopping over here right now.
Oh, shit.
I found a lady in a wheelchair. You're out.
All right. Do we do plugs again? I don't remember how it works.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Thank you.
Right?
Leading me in the right direction. Can you do this part, like the hard part, where it's like, hey,
Sure.
this is My Wife Hates
Drive
Me?
us.
And
Well, my name's Sam Roberts. I'm on the radio after Bonnie at 9 p.m. tonight with Sam Roberts Show.
that didn't sound good.
We're going to go to break in just a minute, but before we do, Andy, where are you going to be?
Next month, City Steam in Hartford, May 13th and 14th. And then I have a show at Fridays at 4 here on the Raw Report on Raw Dog.
Hey,
so
look
tune
at
into that. There you go.
Raw dog.
And John, if people
I got a
want
real
to
one.
be involved in a threesome with you, where can they see you?
Cultural Arts Center in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, February 26th.
Oh, and Mark, if people want to be Tindering or bumbling around your gigs, where will they see you?
You can see me at Laugh Boston this Thursday through Saturday, and then 2 weeks after that, I'm at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City. So come on out for that.
And our esteemed host, Bonnie McFarlane, also performing comedy. Where will you be,
this
Bonnie?
weekend I'm at McGuire's Friday and Saturday night, and I'll also like to plug my show at the Stress Factory. March, I think it's 4th, 5th, and 6th.
There it
3rd,
is.
4th, and 5th. Something. It's a weekend. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, you can find her on Twitter, too, if you have any questions.
And I'm getting a new website.
Oh, good. 'Cause that website
exciting.
is terrible.
I hired,
It's
so
really
I
bad.
said cost is no object.
Mark Norman's
Good.
ex-girlfriend.
Then he wrote me back, are you joking? I was like, I don't know how much could this get into. All right, we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to My Wife Hates... I didn't know the name of my show for a second. My Wife Hates Me, live. This is the radio show, not the podcast, as Rich likes to say. We also have a podcast, My Wife Hates Me, which is just, if you like marital bickering, that's a good podcast to download from riotcast.com. I don't know where Sam went, because he was going to do all this.
Oh,
The work part of it.
right. The housekeeping.
Jesus.
You're
so,
doing good.
All right. So we're here doing this show. I don't know what I'm doing. We're taking calls.
All right.
Okay. 866-969-1969.
What's up?
Guys, introduce yourselves. The worst radio show host.
Another hour to go, folks.
We're going to find something to talk about.
Yeah.
And, then we're going to get into it.
How about this? I found a mouse in my house last night.
No. What do you got?
All right. True story. We caught it.
I grew up with tons of mice.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
In Jersey?
No, I grew up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on a farm in northern Canada.
Whoa.
And very, very poor. We had a dirt basement that the kids slept in, and there was mice all around in there.
What?
She didn't learn the word cunt until when?
I was 27 before I had ever met a Jew or said the word cunt.
Wow.
No, I do remember when I read a lot. We didn't have television. We didn't have running water.
What?
Yeah, if you can believe that. And
do you have a well?
Later in my childhood, we did get a well. Mm-hmm. But there was like a lot of we melted snow on the stove.
Jeez.
And stuff.
That
I
was
have a
like
book
when we
coming
got a
out.
McDonald's. We got a well.
Yeah, right.
My book comes out February 23rd. It's called You're Better Than Me. You can get it on Amazon right now. Pre-order it. And it's all in there. All the stories of my childhood.
It's good stuff.
But when I was younger, I would read about Jews in books.
Really?
And I didn't know what they were.
What do they say about Jews?
Well, I remember a lot of them always would say find yourself a nice Jewish girl or something along the. And I said to my mom, "What's a Jew?" And my mom turned to my dad and was like, "Maybe we should get her a Woody Allen movie." Educate me. They're going to educate me.
Oh, wow.
And I've loved Woody Allen ever since.
Wow.
He's to me one of the greatest
Jews
author, creative minds.
I agree.
You can't say that about a lot of pedophiles, but you can really say that about him. Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best.
No, he's great. I love Woody Allen, and I've loved Jews, and I've only pretty much exclusively dated Jewish men.
Really?
Because of that, you think?
And I have a tiny vagina. I think I mentioned that earlier.
Ouch. Was it tilted? Tilted vagina.
Tilted uterus?
I do have a tilted uterus.
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know. I just heard it from Bonnie over the break. And
it cuts to the right?
Yes.
Ah. Mm-hmm. So you have to...
It's just a little bit of a positioning thing.
Aha. So it's kind of an ordeal to bang.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the guy feels in there.
But it doesn't hurt or anything.
No, but it can be uncomfortable if you're on top.
Aha.
You.
Yeah.
If you are.
What about the other guy?
And then I've never done a threesome ever. Nothing like that. So.
There's guys with curved schlongers, though, too.
Rich doesn't have friends.
That's true.
Right, but if the curve goes opposite my tilt,
then we're in trouble.
This guy has an amputee story. Let's.
Ooh. God, please don't be the girl. Please don't be the girl. Please don't be the girl. Please don't be the girl.
I can't tell what your name is from this. Ness?
It's Ness. N-E-S-S.
Oh,
okay.
This is her.
What is that short for?
Man, so long. Esophagean.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's like Greek?
That's what everybody says.
So you like cutting things up?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Just got that.
I'm sorry. Can I tell you the story?
Yes, please do.
This is what happened one night. We're at a party. The police get called, and we had an amputee friend. He just had a disease when he was younger. So both, at just below his knees were, just below. Just above his knees were cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was the police were called, and they're coming in. So we thought it would be funny. We put him in the shower. He was incredibly intoxicated.
Okay.
We put him in the shower trying to sober him up real quick. This is high school, 18, 19-year-olds. So what we did is we thought it would be funny to take his legs and put them under the couch in our friend's house. And we put the legs up so that it literally looked like somebody was under the couch.
Oh.
Our friend is in the shower, and then the hosting guy, we'll just say his name was Jonathan. He came running in, and we said, "Holy!"
You can swear.
I can't. Holy shit! The couch fell on Tim, and he came running out. He literally picked the couch up and threw it through the ceiling.
Oh,
and,
that's a...
Anyway.
It made your adrenaline going.
Who fucked him?
What's that?
Who fucked him?
What do you mean?
I thought it was
We're
gonna be
doing
sexy.
amputee stories where the amputee gets fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know if this story qualifies.
With the other guy, and
close enough.
You guys are awesome. I love your show. Hey, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Rich is a fucker. So anyway. Talk to you guys soon.
Okay, thank you.
Is that a thing? People shit on Rich?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Never. No one ever does. You know Rich. He wouldn't stand for it. 866-969-1969. Call in with your questions. Andy, you had tell us what you talk about on your Raw Dog show, and then help us find a topic.
All right. We're very inside comedy, so if that's your thing, tune in Fridays at 4 on Raw Dog. Yeah, I mean, we get into the I know we were talking about it before, and it's kind of beating a dead horse now, but we talked about the Schumer thing ad nauseum. It's kind of a...
Like, how many episodes did you...
Well, we spent the one on it when it was 2 weeks ago now. It's the big thing. But, people...
But it's still a story, because I was in the grocery store today, and I looked at one of those magazines, and it was like...
Tammy was working there?
Tammy... No.
Are you guys friends?
Tammy was in the thing. Like, all the girls' pictures were in there.
Oh, wow.
Amy's picture was in there. It was like a real story.
In what? In what?
I don't know. I don't know what one it was, but like Us or
Hustler.
It was like
well, that's great for all of them then.
Yeah, that's more press for the old Tam.
Yeah. I feel bad because I feel like she did just tweet something. You get caught up in when you're tweeting that you don't realize like this is going public.
Yeah.
And then she tweeted it, she deleted it, and then, I don't know what she tweeted exactly, but I just feel like they all kind of just recanted after.
It felt like that, yeah.
But I feel like Tammy's the one getting the brunt of everything.
Yeah.
She's the least, well...
Yeah, go ahead.
She seems like the angriest, so I think people are going after her. She seems the most vindictive.
Well, it's crazy to me that people have to go so out of their way to make videos and side-by-side.
Yeah, but those girls didn't have anything to do
I'm not
with
saying
that.
Those. It's just
right. Other people were doing that. That's the thing that's so annoying about it. It's like... Whatever started that story, which was just first of all, don't you think it's weird that women are finally getting up in the ranks of comedy, and it's all just now falling apart into gossip and backbiting?
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
We said it would never happen.
We knew you wouldn't last.
Because there was another story right on the next page of that magazine where it's Chelsea Handler was
Heather McDonald.
and the Heather McDonald thing, and it's like, is this just like,
Hey, women can do anything men can do, including hating women.
And also, if you're looking for cat fights, let's get women up in the ranks of comedy.
Right. But the funny thing is, everybody keeps calling, they're like, you did that Patrice bit, and that bit's hacky. Well, then you're saying Patrice is hacky, too. But no one ever says that.
No. I honestly think that the bit is a derivative, and I was surprised when Patrice was doing it.
Right.
I mean, it's funny. Like, when I watched some of the bit that Patrice did, it is really funny. And I thought that Schumer, when she did it on her special, it was really funny.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's an odd thing for, like, when you know Patrice and how sort of vigilant he was about his stand-up and being original to do that. But I guess he was doing like an dirty
put that
show.
in the DVD extras.
Right.
Yeah, something.
But the guy who invented the Dirty Sanchez, he should get some fucking credit here.
Yeah.
Where's that guy's check?
Yeah, that's where, like, I would like him to come forward now.
Yes, he's getting all the laughs. Whatever
Tammy
creepo.
Pascatelli wrote that. You didn't know that? Tammy Pascatelli.
Well, she should call them.
No, I know it is weird, but whatever. The whole thing should be a non-story. That's my whole issue, is that the media, not just this story, but any little fucking thing. And I hate when they use Twitter as a news source.
Yes.
It drives me fucking bonkers. And then explain this to me. Why would anyone put anything on Twitter now that we know what we know? Like, if you're, like, I can understand why Tammy or Kathleen or whatever, because they're not famous in the way that people would normally pay attention to that.
Right.
But if you're a celebrity of some kind, and you're like an athlete, or why are you fucking tweeting ridiculous shit?
I'm sitting in Anthony Cumia's chair right now, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like, maybe he was, to me, where you go, oh, wow, this can get really shitty.
Yeah.
If you're not careful about what you're tweeting.
Because day in, day out, people on their Twitter accounts are mostly, for those celebrity type people, are just preaching to the people that love them. And so it can get closer and closer to something offensive, and then all of a sudden it's really offensive, and someone else sees it, retweets it,
right.
and then it's taken in the context that it's supposed to be taken in. But it's like that thing where it's just sort of leading up to this thing, and then that's the breaking point. Perhaps. Just
so what do you mean? Like, okay, so
like they might have said some stuff that's more benign, but like also a little bit offensive, but it wasn't like so offensive. And then when they do that
and
thing,
so they're getting likes. They're being like patted on the back for it. They're like, oh, I guess this isn't right.
And then all of a sudden they say something that's really
they use
over
the
the
N-word.
line.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a thing last summer with like Schilling's kid or something. Like some people said something disgusting. Some people in the sports world said something disgusting about Schilling's kid. Mm-hmm. Like she's a pitcher for a softball team.
Oh, right, and he tweeted back.
Kurt Schilling, gotcha.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, like the things that they said were pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
but it got to that point where they, I don't know.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say, like, I don't think they just did that. They probably said some other stuff that was kind of fun, and then they got to that thing that was...
In the moment, too, how much of it is knee-jerk reaction? You're like, I just want to tell you what I'm thinking right now.
I got to vent.
Yeah.
Twitter needs a side room, where you can be like, all right, all of us, let's go over here and be private.
I think that's life.
Yeah.
I guess that is life, yeah.
That used to be comedy clubs.
I
mean, it really did. You could be kind of...
Say anything.
Say whatever you wanted.
Right.
The other night, I looked out, and it wasn't a big crowd, but maybe 60, 70 people, and I saw like 5 phones on. People just... Yeah, you can't... It's awful.
They're tweeting about you.
They're doing it, whatever they want.
I just saw recently this guy from Dancing with the Stars, which I'm not following that show or anything. I don't know anything, but he was a dancer on Dancing with the Stars, and he tweeted or put on Facebook this picture of this fat girl, like this little girl, and he said, "This is what's wrong with America." Or he said, "You should go to." Yeah, this should be considered a crime. Something like I can't remember what it is. Lewis, will you look it up for me? It's it said somehow parents should be held accountable or be put in jail if their kids are fat or something. But it turned out, so that got him into all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
Like now he's being sued for $6 million or something. And they even had on ABC, they had that lawyer guy that's always comes on to talk about any legal thing. I can't remember his name right now. And he was like, he's explaining what could really happen. Because it turns out the girl has Down syndrome. Oh, no. But I'm almost positive he didn't know that.
Yeah.
When he posted.
If he did, he's fucking ballsy.
It's like, this is what's wrong with America.
I'm saying it. Fuck you.
The extra chromosome.
No one else will say it.
I finally got the platform.
Right.
Parents should be arrested.
If they birth a baby. If you don't take that test
if he couldn't tell.
What?
Good for her if he couldn't tell.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't
Good
see
point.
handicap the way you do.
Right.
But I just think, like, why did he post that anyway? Like, he had to, I mean, in a way, I kind of agree with it. Like,
sure.
When you see fat kids or a whole fat family and they're all like, sitting at Denny's or something, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
But I would never post it.
No.
I would never publicly, I'd say that, Rich and I might whisper that to each other.
That's love.
They should be.
Yeah, I have one friend, my buddy Shacky is the guy that I text all the things that I can't tweet.
I love that friend of yours.
Yeah. That's what you need. Have that?
Guy.
Yeah, I guess that's my side room.
Yeah, it's your side room.
That's
text.
my side room.
Right.
Yeah, I text that one guy, and sometimes he'll be like, "You could do that."
Right.
Yeah, but usually it's pretty dark.
Can I tweet this?
No, it's more like, I know I can't tweet this, but I want someone to see it.
Right.
It's good. I have a black friend who I text, "Is this crazy?"
Right.
And then Lewis writes, "No, don't write it."
That is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you ever tweeted anything, Andy, that's gotten you in trouble?
No, because there's no one paying attention to me. So no one would call me out on that. I tweet with pretty, I stay within the parameters of,
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch. I had one with,
but it's also like, I want to, like, I would never do that just for like just to cause a stir. It's like,
but do you think they do it on purpose?
No, that's what I was saying. I don't think they are trying to cause a stir. They're just like,
I mean, a guy on Dancing with the Stars who nobody knows who he is.
I'm sure people, he's pretty famous. I mean, if there's a certain segment of the population that's watching Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They know who he is.
No, just try and tweet jokes. That's all. We're all
Just
having
try
fun.
to tweet
Come
jokes.
Yeah, but jokes can offend.
Nah. No. Not mine. I'm very nice.
Well, it's funny because sometimes you work on a show, or I've written on shows before, where they want you to do like, oh, we don't want to be mean, so we want these jokes to be positive about this person or positive about that. And it's like, it's so fucking hard to write a joke where you're praising someone.
Exactly.
It's like ridiculous.
You're amazing.
Not jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, somebody has to take the fall somewhere. You have to compare them to someone else or something.
I know, I hate that. They go, you got to make fun of you in there. Nah, fuck you.
Did you get any backlash from your Schumer tweet, which was the funniest?
What did you tweet?
It was
something like, come on, let's be realistic. She didn't, if Amy Schumer was going to steal jokes, she wouldn't steal from a female comedian. Something like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it got a lot of retweets.
That
was great.
Yeah, that's great because that offends everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. But I got a lot of trans heat.
really.
Yeah, from a tweet I sent out about. I said I love telling really progressive women that they look like Caitlyn Jenner because they have to pretend like it doesn't offend them.
Yes, that's.
And that got ugly.
Oh, Rich always says that to me. That's so
really?
funny. He always goes, "You look like Caitlyn Jenner."
Yeah.
I think she's beautiful. How dare you?
Right.
No, I'm just offended about the age.
Yes.
So what did you do? Did you answer them? Or
Nah,
just
I favorite all the angry. I just favorite them and then go on with my day.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's like a technique to favorite the angry ones.
Yeah.
Or some people fight back. I would never. Occasionally, I'll say something sarcastic. One guy said something to me once, and I was like, "Oh, I like your profile pic because it was real dorky." That's all I wrote back to him. And then he was like, now he's like my best friend. Like he's always tweeting me.
That's all they want is a little love.
But he didn't know it's sarcastic.
Right. It's always a guy with 4 followers and his picture's a gun.
Yeah. You got to be careful. John, tell me something.
Sam never came back.
I know. He's the worst person on the planet. He does have a show to do in half an hour. He's probably preparing for it.
Okay.
I asked him before this show, I said, could you please prepare something for me to talk about on the show? And he was like, you want me to do your work?
Ooh.
That's how I got through high school.
Is this new here, this show?
Ours?
Yeah.
No, we've been doing it for almost 2 years.
That's serious?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm out of the loop.
We've just never had you on.
Okay.
I don't think you know the backstory.
No.
No, there's not one. Did you get it?
I would love to hear it.
I know what I wanted to ask you because we did this gig in LA sort of together.
Yeah.
I didn't really see you there, but I checked into the hotel and immediately checked out again.
Right, which I didn't know we were allowed to do.
And
What does that mean?
She got a better
the
hotel.
hotel was disgusting.
It was the worst hotel ever.
Okay.
Right? It was. I'm not being
Garbage.
crazy.
It was, first of all, there was no wake-up calls, they have no room service, and they allow pets. So,
What gig was it?
it was like a TV thing.
It was for a TV show, if you don't believe it. It was like...
So it's just, you're sitting in your room. Oh, they don't make up your room either. So
They don't give you any,
That I
and
like.
if you want, like, there's a kitchenette there, but if you want a plate, you have to go sign out every single thing you want.
Yeah.
So you have to sign out a plate, sign out a fork. There's,
Jesus Christ.
Well, how long were you there?
I was there like 6 days.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you're,
Okay.
after the third day, your bed's covered in menstruation,
disgusting.
you know. And
also, it looked like they
legs.
could have had bed, but it wasn't like those big, nice, fluffy,
Yeah.
like, comforters that are on bed. It was like...
it was like Ellis Island shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not that picky, but I walked in and I took a picture of it and I sent it to the woman who works at the network
Yes.
that we were working for, and I go, you would not stay here, and she
Took care of it?
took care of it.
Nice.
She got me another room.
Amazing.
But that's great that she only took care of you because you spoke up and didn't do
I
the
got
right thing.
flowers in my other hotel room.
See, that's why you gotta complain.
Yeah.
I stuck it out and I got nothing.
But this is the thing, is that you had girls coming over
I
to
had a
that
few
hotel
ladies, yeah.
room. What possibly could they have thought?
I know it'd have to be like, oh, watch the collie in the hallway. Oh, there was so much white trash there.
It
and
was
people
like
with
a
their
place
dogs.
where after you go to rehab and you have nowhere to go,
Yes.
you stay there for a little while.
Yeah, like a divorced dad with his kitchen.
Yes.
You know?
It's
Oh,
awful.
brutal.
Yeah, it does sound
great.
like a college
I started
kid.
crying. Here's the thing, though. I was sick, and then I thought I was going to be better, and I never got better. And so when I was on the plane, I was just getting sicker and sicker flying. And I stopped at a Medi-Clinic on the way to the hotel from the airport. And they were like, no, just take some Advils, which actually did help. But, so when I was like at my, like lowest when I finally, and I dragged all my luggage up to the hotel and then I just went like, yeah. I just started crying.
I've only had that once, where have you ever had to, well, you said you don't go on the road that much, but I've only had to put myself up once.
I did one time.
Yeah.
Where's Elvis from? That place?
Memphis. Yeah.
And it was like, I don't think that hotel was even being used for real.
This was a condo. So,
Bobby Jewel,
I don't know.
Side
Milwaukee.
Splitters. Oh, Milwaukee. Okay.
I went in. I called my therapist.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. You are a Jew.
No.
Oh, okay.
I immediately go to the like executive.
We took. She was like, well, we agreed on one night, and if I still felt the same way the next day, I would go. I'd put myself
what
up.
a therapist answer.
Yeah. Do it for one.
Well,
right.
They couldn't tell how bad. I didn't know if it was just my anxiety about the whole thing, but it was disgusting.
That bad?
It was really bad. And I remember the guys wanted to take me out to dinner. They had a restaurant, the club owners.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, we'll pick you up at the condo. I'm like, no, I put myself in a hotel. Oh.
Well, why didn't you tell them? See, I told them, and then they basically just said, well, that's...
Yeah, they were just like, tough shit.
Yeah, okay.
And then I called them back and told them I didn't want to go to dinner with them. I just wanted them to know that I put myself up. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this place that I put myself up, I had to get another hotel because I was like, this is like crack den or something. Yeah. And so they wouldn't pay for it. They were like, so I didn't argue. I was just like, fine. Rich would have probably lost his mind, but I'll just push a little bit. If I don't get what I want, I'll just like, okay, take a loss. But then they kept saying when I come in, they'd be like, do you want something to eat? You want some drink? You want this? You want that? The owner just kept, so get something here, get something there, whatever. And at the end of the thing, they give me a bill.
No.
What?
Yes. And I was like, because I was tipping really big the whole time because I was thinking, it's all free.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, that would piss me off.
That pissed me off more than the hotel.
Yeah. Was this the same? This is a different gig.
No, that was the same gig as the hotel. That I had to put myself up in a different hotel. And then I think if the club owner says to you, get something to eat, you want something to eat, what do you want? Then it's free.
It wasn't even half off or anything.
They gave you a certain percentage half off, and then the rest was and none of the drinks were comped. It was
Jesus. I had that
so it wasn't
once.
really that much money, but it was enough where it was
principle,
but
too.
with the tips on top.
Yeah. It pissed me off.
I did it again. I'll say where it was. Youngstown, Ohio at the Funny Farm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll say
He's coming for you, Funny Farm.
If that place is still open, I would be shocked. But I was sitting there about to go on, and I was talking to the waiter. I was like, what's good here? He's like, get the salmon. Get the salmon. I was like, all right. I had a salmon. I had a couple beers with it, and it came out to like $60.
Oh my God.
I was like, what? I'm making $100 a show here. Don't upsell the comedians.
But also, this is the thing that's so this is really inside comedy. Is this more inside comedy than your show?
We're just going to re-air this.
Is that it's amazing to me when a club... It's like that. Comedy is the only reason people are coming into the club. That's the thing. That's so it's so crazy to me. There's clubs that won't pay for their opening acts. They'll like nickel and dime you to death. It's like, but that's the thing you should be spending all your money on. That's the.
But the thing is, another comic will do it for cheaper. That's the thing.
I know, but the thing is that after time. Like, there's clubs in New York that do it that way. They don't pay everyone on the show.
Yes.
And after time, you can tell the audience stinks because it's not like you haven't built up.
Totally.
Your thing.
Totally.
It's like, why are you? It was like if you sold donuts, but you're like, but we only do day olds.
Right.
It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I still don't think the general population knows how bad comedians get treated.
Oh, no idea.
I don't think that's I think people would be outraged. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Definitely. Well,
like, what's an example?
I mean, paying for food. Then to be fair, there are clubs out there to take very good care of you.
That's true.
You know?
But my theory is this: if you go to a club where you don't recognize any of the names of the people that were just there before you and just there after you, they're going to treat you like shit because it's just how they do it.
You're
They
just assembly line.
Yes, they don't like the comics that are coming in. They don't have any respect for them, so they just treat everyone with the same shit stick. And then if you're at a club where, you know, it's like good comics, they treat you really well.
Yep.
It's like the better that the establishment is, the better they treat you.
Denver Comedy Works, great club. They book well.
Denver.
They really do. But
That Funny Farm is still open.
Is it still open?
Is it?
I just heard in my ear.
Oh, wow. Well, fuck you with your
I'm
salmon.
open April.
Got a couple of
Don't get the fish.
second week in March. I'm available. Let's take some calls. You guys, 969 something. What is it? 866-969-1969.
all day.
Go ahead, Will from Minnesota.
Dino.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Bonnie.
Well, you know,
Are you
it says
bringing this-
Will on the thing, so maybe you fucked up.
No, I know how to say my name.
How do you say it?
Dino.
It's close.
Sounds like you're saying Dino.
Dino. Whatever.
Oh,
Bonnie,
Tina.
are you going to bring this sexual tension over to Sam Roberts' show tonight?
I might stay in for a minute. I got nowhere to go. But why do people think it's sexual tension? You can tell I really don't like him, right?
No, it's sexual tension.
Why do you say that?
You can hear it in your voice.
Like I giggle when I talk about him? Say his name and let's just see what happens.
Sammy Roberts.
What? I don't even like him.
There's only one show he's not on this whole channel, and that's Ron Bennington's.
Yeah, and Ron
He's on
Bennington
every show.
has a great show. Maybe we should all start thinking about that.
He's taking it over.
He is. He's like a slimy
Roberts.
little something.
I know. But he's got that messed up penis, and you got that crooked vagina.
Wait, he's got a messed up penis?
Well, you haven't heard?
No, I don't. Listen, I don't sit around listening to Sirius all fucking day.
Well, I'm unemployed right now. I'm seasonal.
I'm not saying it's bad for you
Seasonal.
to do. But what's wrong with his penis?
Well, then you hear he had a circumcision like when he was 19.
I just said I didn't hear. Okay? Do we have sexual tension?
Not you and me.
Dino?
No.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Get
to it.
And if you did your show, least you can do is his show.
Okay, I will. Lay
I
off.
look forward to the
But I want to know what's wrong with his penis.
Well, you'll have to ask him.
He got too much circumcised?
I want to know what's right with his penis.
It was done late, like when he was 19 or
No.
Is that late?
Oh. Sorry, I had to hang up on him. But
Good.
He was really
Then he
pushing
happens.
for you and Sam. He was really
he
trying
wants
to
us to get married or something.
All right, but Sam's married, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
married to a lovely woman
Nice
Good
Jewish
for
girl.
him. I
who's
didn't know.
better than me. The name of my book is "You're Better Than Me," and it comes out. Have you guys written a book?
Nope.
Oh
No.
well, you will. You'll get there.
Nah.
I don't think you should circumcise anymore. That seems. Are you circumcised?
Oh, yeah. Big fan.
You are?
I think you should do it.
No, I don't think so.
Have you seen
If
one
I
of
had a
those
son,
in
I don't think I would do it.
so weird.
What? It looks terrible.
Girls don't care.
I hate it in porn. I'm
they
circumcised
care.
twice.
I honestly wouldn't.
That's how
I don't know if
Jewish
I
you
would
are.
know if a guy was circumcised or not.
You would know.
I don't know if I've ever seen a flaccid penis
Oh.
when I'm around.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Never
I mean-
seen one.
I don't think
I
that's the only
concur.
qualification.
You just made Mark uncomfortable.
No, I'm hard. You nailed it.
See, the
to pee, I
other
can't
night
stand up.
while doing a show at where was I? Mohegan Sun, Casino of the Earth. I love that they're all Indian names, and
I
it's
know.
like no one's seen the sun in fucking 2
Right.
weeks.
And if you make Indian
Casino of
jokes,
the
they
Sun.
give you one of these like, ooh.
Oh, don't do it.
No.
If you win, I heard you have to bury a little bit in the carpet. No, but anyway, so I was being really dirty on the Late Show, and I was talking about sodomy, and I look at this girl's face, and she's just staring at me, and I go, "Do you know what sodomy is?" She goes, "No." Can you believe there's people like don't know what
Yeah, with the internet out
I had
there.
to explain what sodomy was. How many jokes are we doing where you think like that was, I was also.
But when you explained it, she was like, "Oh, I know that."
No, she's definitely done it before.
Yeah.
I could tell by her tattoos. But and then later I said flaccid, and I looked over at her, and she just goes,
"Wow,
do not know that one either."
Gee, she's the worst vocabulary
This
whore
was
ever.
my dirtiest set.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't like. Doesn't that seem crazy? How, you don't know. Somebody's saying, I'm not doing well. They don't like me. They don't maybe they don't understand half the words you're using.
You just upped her Mad Lib game.
She's like,
so hard.
I know. I'm like a school teacher up there. Well, sodomy, named after the town of Sodom in the Bible. Anyway, I don't have anything else if you guys want to jump in at any time.
Flaccid.
Have you ever been flaccid?
I have. Boy, that's a bummer, huh?
That's the worst.
I don't even like talking about it because I don't want it to get in my head.
Well, there was a girl I had a crush on since high school.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Finally got together, and it wasn't happening.
It's so much buildup.
Oh my God.
The pressure.
But then,
But why?
well,
it's all up
I don't
here.
want to say
It's the
alcohol
heads in
had
your
too
head.
much to do with it. I think
Like
it
you
was.
were turned on by her?
I love. Of
course.
Like when she got naked, you were like, this is amazing.
But I literally in my head was like, I can't believe I'm with ba 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 right now. Like
Judy
that
Gold.
thought.
Yeah.
And then, but slept it off for a few hours. In the morning, was able to drive it home.
But that night it's hell on earth.
I know, because now I'm like, she's never going to get me that chance again.
Right. And then you're just that guy in her mind. That's the guy who couldn't get it up.
Yep.
Oof.
But
Brutal.
it's happened to the kid plenty. But I think
That's never happened to me. I've never been with anyone
Your dick's never been soft?
I've never been with anyone who couldn't get it into
That's
my
a compliment to you.
tilted vagina.
Well, what about this this Italian and maybe he couldn't get it up. Maybe that's why he
maybe you just
stopped.
don't know.
I don't know. We didn't.
I mean, you still won the battle.
I mean, I had no complaints.
Nah, he's probably like, I'm not going to fuck a dirty comedian.
Would you have? Was it a leg up on the sink? How'd that go down?
Yeah, it was like laying on backwards on the sink, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, that's hot.
He's Italians, man. I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
But that's a thing for you, isn't that how I listened to something recently? Isn't that how Voss started with you? In a car?
I don't know if it's a thing, but he did. That was our first
that was his apartment.
meeting.
Where did I listen to
We
that?
went to, it was in the movie, I think. Women Are Funny, available on Netflix and iTunes. So we were in, he asked me on a date, whatever. I didn't want to go, but I went. We had pizza. And, it was really more to get him to shut up. He literally did not stop talking that entire. Like, I don't know. Like he has a thing about dead air, like on radio. I think he has that on dates where he's just like, "What the fuck?"
Was this during those Dave Mordell days too? Was he all just talking about Dave Mordell?
Yes, they were like.
Rich is on a date. He's taking calls. To fill time.
Yes. Well, he said to me, this was after. So then we went. He was driving me to where I was staying, my hotel or whatever. And he's driving me off. He had to go to the airport, and so we did a little in front of my hotel.
Oh, nice.
But just for not that long, just to see what he had.
Aha.
See where he's at.
Just so he could get a taste.
So we both knew what we were working with. But I was on another date. Somebody called. You missed a call, by the way, that somebody said we had sexual tension and they wanted me to stick around for your show.
You're welcome to.
I might not. I don't know, because you just left.
Look at you being coy.
Why would you leave? I had to come back from break and do all the work.
I didn't know we were back
a real
from break.
relationship.
Time to use one of our
here.
words of the hour. Mark is now flaccid.
Yes. Thanks, Sam.
You were hard before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to do that to
So
you.
you
Most
walked
guys-
in.
Dude, yeah.
Most guys think of baseball. I think of your face.
Sorry, dude.
Also, you, this caller said that you have a story about being circumcised at 19.
Yeah, I was circumcised when I was 19
Why would you do that?
because I had a condition called phimosis.
Oh boy.
What's that?
It's where the foreskin of
I like that you looked at me like, do you know what that is? How would I fucking know what that is?
Well, I don't know. I would tell you, though.
So what is it?
It's where your foreskin, the hole in your foreskin, like at the top,
Yeah.
it's not big enough for the head of your penis to go
Oh, so it's tight. I just read about this. I just read about this.
Wow.
So like when you get hard, like the whole force can just kind of hugs it. You know what I mean?
I read an article where the guy was like, he didn't know anything was wrong.
Right.
Because you don't know.
Didn't hurt.
So it's like trying to get a head through a kid's neck hole sweater.
Exactly. It ain't happening.
Thank you for that. You're good at visuals.
Thank you. Sex and kids, I really can put together.
Yeah. And then the urologist was like, this is a thing. It happens sometimes. It's not a good thing. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but you should probably not have it do that. It can eventually be painful. It can be unclean. You know what I mean?
Sure. See? Hygiene.
Yeah, but that's a problem one.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how he described it. He didn't say it was a problem one.
Any uncircumcised penis is what he was saying.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why would an uncircumcised penis be unclean?
It's just an unnecessary extra step.
Oh, so you just have to fucking wash it. Do you know how many folds we have?
I didn't have that option.
No, right. You had a problem.
It was a problem when it was.
But he's saying every kid should be circumcised.
I would circumcise my children.
Totally.
Including the girls.
Yes.
I think it's wrong.
I think it's right. That's what the show is.
I'm just basing it on pure looks.
Yeah,
well, you prefer
I like a plain sheath. I don't like it rolled up like a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
That's me.
But then you have something to like.
You got that already?
Yeah. You don't
the aesthetic.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm sure. I mean, I've fucked hundreds of men, so I'm sure there's been some.
You know those like little toys that like are filled with like liquid and they have two sides where you can keep rolling it like that?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. What are those
it's like
called?
the thing.
Yeah.
Like they sell them at like science museums and stuff.
That's what the uncircumcised penis
How do you
looks
know that?
like. Because they still have some in porn.
Oh, you haven't felt one.
Yeah, that's what like that. The real problem is that like, especially like American girls, where most people here are circumcised. When they see an uncircumcised dick, even in a porno, they're like, "Oh, what's that?"
See, that's a problem.
The anteater.
Right.
Yeah.
I switch videos.
Exactly.
That's what
Is
they
that what
call
you type in the website? Problem dicks.
No, I switch videos.
And it's
You
like,
really?
Yeah.
I do too.
It takes me out of my game.
I
No,
can't
because
watch
it's
that
the girl
shit.
for me. I don't care about the dick.
I do.
But the dick
I
is
care
there.
about the dick.
Really? When you're watching porn?
Yeah, you want a good dick.
Yes, you do.
One time we were watching this porn where this girl was blowing a guy out a really big penis or whatever, and she's and Rich goes, "Oh, look how lucky she is." Is that a red flag?
I like a dick that sort of looks like mine, so I can imagine that it's me.
Yeah.
It's like Asian porn.
Yeah,
Is there porn where it's your point of view?
Yeah, POV.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. It's one of my main.
Wow.
POV is good.
I don't
MILF.
like the close-up stuff.
Oh, I
I'm
like
with
it.
you.
I want a fucking rotor-rooter.
I think I might be into porn radio more so.
That's a girl thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it. Sometimes honestly, it looks painful. Like they're being pounded too hard.
It's aggressive.
A porn star told me that lots of times they bust their breast implants.
Whoa.
That's why some of them don't get breast implants. You know, you think like, oh, you're in porn, you should.
Right.
I thought it was because they don't pay them anymore.
That too. That too. That's a problem.
But for guys, you know that the guy's going to jizz.
Technically, that was a joke.
No, but they are mad about that. Pornhub. Because I hosted some People's Choice Porn Award thing. So I yes, in Atlantic City.
All classy.
Yeah.
Porn in Atlantic City. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I wore a tuxedo.
Did you really?
Yeah.
T-shirt. It's funny.
So like surrounded by porn stars. What am I gonna try to look sexy? I doubt it.
Right.
But
There's a girl that I follow on Instagram and Twitter. She's a comic in LA, and she just hosted the one in Vegas. Whatever
The
that one is.
AVNs?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that girl.
You know that
Kate?
girl? Yeah, Kate.
Yeah, boy, she's pretty.
Yeah.
Kate who?
I don't know her last name.
Quigley
maybe?
Quigley?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Who cares about her last name, right?
I follow her on Twitter also.
And Instagram.
Yeah, but and I remember April did it a few years ago too.
Yeah.
They did try to dress like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
that's a
then
weird
tell
thing to
jokes.
me also, which I wish we could get into now because that's a good topic, is I don't get being sexy as a female comic. I don't understand.
I agree with that.
It's like a weird thing to be like, you better take it seriously and then be like naked on your album cover.
Right.
It's like a bizarre, it's like Rich one time said like, you know, it's because somebody got mad at it. He said something about that, and some other female comic got mad at him. And then he goes, "Well, look, if I went to a doctor and she was dressed in a negligee, you know, I'd be like, well, she's not going to be a good doctor. I don't trust that, her with my life." So it's like, I don't know. It's just a bizarre thing to me.
I agree. I see a lot of girls, but before they go on, they take their sweater off to get like some skin showing. I'm like, what are you doing?
So you're saying it's more of like a professional attitude towards
I don't know why you would present. I think if you're going to do stand-up, you should present the thing that you want people to notice first. So I want them to see that I'm funny first. That's the first thing that I want to be selling. If I look super hot, which I never could unless I had plastic surgery, but if I was going to go that route and be like a super hot girl, to me, that's like, then that's what you think your best foot forward is your hotness, not your funniness.
Some people enjoy shortcuts, though. And they're
But is
aware
it a shortcut? I don't know. I don't see how
they'll
that
get
is.
popular if they're hot, and then they'll end up in a movie, and then, because they're hot.
guess. I don't
People
know.
like
I
to
mean,
look at
because
hot
that's not the
people.
goal that I have. My
Right.
goal is to be a good comic. Giving it up because I can't.
You're a comedian's comedian, is what they say about you.
Oh, they do.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, if you want to check it out, I'm at McGuire's on Long Island Friday and Saturday night.
She'll be wearing a big overcoat.
I will have my boobs strapped down.
Is that why your icon looks nothing like you? They nailed
I don't
Rich.
know they did because Rich looks good. I think the guy just likes Rich better than me, and they made me look like a
Coke
witch.
Logic?
Yes, that's Coke.
It's called
Michael
Logic,
Jackson.
right?
But we're gonna go. So let's get our whatevers.
Very good.
What is it? I'm doing great.
Well, we're running out of time here, so let's find out what everybody's doing with themselves. If you want to catch some of these great comics on the road.
Thank you, Sam.
Johnny Fish on Twitter, JONNYFISCH. I'm at the Cultural Arts Center in Old Saybrook, Connecticut on February 26th. Please come.
Hey, I'm at Laugh Boston this Thursday through the weekend, and check out my podcast, Tuesdays with Stories. Me and Joe List. You can hear all these peg legs and threesomes and anal and all that.
Nice.
Great Joe List.
Yeah, and follow me on Twitter at Mark Norm. One word. Thank you.
And follow me at Andy Fiori, ANDYFIORI. And I'm going to be, City Steam next month, the 13th and the 14th. And I'm in the city all weekend. So.
Oh, I should also plug the Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio.
Boom. Thank you guys, and
Thank you,
we'll
Bonnie.
be back next week.